Race number 1. It's the Adelaide Bank Handicap over 1,050 metres. And let's head to Oakbank. Here's Hilton Donaldson for race 1.
And good morning to you, Matt. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Oakbank. If you're joining us for the first time today, big crowd already in, 45,000 people expected. And it's a cool morning. If you're coming to the track, make sure you put a jumper in. You will need it. It won't rain, but it's cool. And we all know when the sun goes over the hill at about 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock, seeing we're still in daylight saving, at least for Easter Saturday, it'll drop about 5 degrees. Favourite in the first, Eternal Desire. They're set to run. Oakbank 2002, as big as ever. Ready to go. The 2-year-olds are set. Troll in barrier 1. They're racing in the first. And Troll was away only slowly. Slow to begin also was Shalini, and first out going quickly Crest of Gold with Slick Magic. Make Me a King's up there, and Eternal Desire accelerating, then Troll back on the rails from Awakening. Being followed wider out Taipan Annie, Rustic Halo, and a length away last Shalini not stretching out. 650 metres to go, plenty of speed on up front. Eternal Desire wide out goes and up and puts the head in front. On the inside driving through though Crest of Gold, and then came Slick Magic. Troll tracking the speed, followed by Make Me a King, Awakening a fair way back. Rustic Halo sneaking on the fence from Taipan Annie, and Shalini's tailed off. 400 metres to go, coming around the turn. It's Crest of Gold doing it well. A length Eternal Desire, which is ducked in behind the leader. Troll gets the rails. Wider out, Make Me a King let go with a big run, followed by Slick Magic and Rustic Halo. At the 200 metre mark, and the leader is Crest of Gold being tackled by Make Me a King. Crest of Gold still in front of Make Me a King, which has done enough, and still Crest of Gold clear, coming away over the final stages. Crest of Gold leads all of the way in the first and won by 2. Second, Make Me a King, 2 away. Third, Troll. Then Eternal Desire, Awakening made ground from Slick Magic, Rustic Halo, Taipan Annie, and Shalini was last. Number 8, Crest of Gold, 440, 480 and 430, ridden by Travis Creek, who has never ridden at Oakbank, but he knows the place already. What a great rider. Adelaide's leading. Number 8, 440, 480 and 430. By Maid of Gold from Commanding Sight, raced by Jim O'Connor along with N and M Yong. T-Tan and R Younger, trained by David Balfour. One start in the Dequetable Stakes, won by Presumed Innocent in October, showing the benefit of a spell. Very promising indeed. Number 8 beats 4, Make Me a King. Paul Gatt for Alan Bailey, and Troll every chance. Third, Jason Holder for Leon McDonald. So the first event, very flashy chestnut, this one, Crest of Gold by Maid of Gold, who formerly stood in this state, but he is very successful, and he's now standing in another state, New South Wales, I believe. And as you can see on the head-on, the track in magnificent order.
Looks terrific, Hilton, and it is going to make for a great day of racing there at Oakbank. That's the first of 10, so plenty more still to come. Riding change, race 4 at Oakbank. Number 1, Canadian Comet, will now be ridden by Wayne Kerford. Race 4, number 1 is Wayne Kerford. That's a replacement for Jason Holder. Then go across to the last, race 10, number 5, Cash Loan, is now Holly McKechnie, replacing Jared Lorenzini. Race 10, number 5, H. McKechnie. And there's another one in race 10. Number 14, Tash Kent, is Chad Lever, replacing Ben Claridge. Race 10, horse 14, Chad Lever. New Zealand is 7 minutes away. Race 5,
as we head towards the San Miguel Doncaster, the Champions Mile. Good morning, Australia, and welcome to Sky Racing's coverage of this fabulous day's racing here in Sydney. In fact, Sydney's big day out, really. When you look at the prize money on offer and the races on the card of racing here today, it really is a fabulous day's racing. As you can see from the pictures, unfortunately, we haven't been blessed with great weather. I must point out, though, whilst there's been a lot of rain in and around Sydney, and particularly up in the northern suburbs of Sydney and further north, there hasn't been a great deal of rain here in the eastern suburbs of Randwick, around Randwick and Kensington. And we'll just have a look at the latest radar images for you, and I'll introduce my partner, Richard, to you in just a moment. But just having a look at the radar, and here's the, as you can see, it's all to the north. In fact, there was a meeting at Gosford Gallops on tomorrow. It's already been abandoned due to the rain up there, and the track at Newcastle, I believe this morning earlier on, was given out as slow. So fortunately, around here at Randwick and the surrounding areas, it's missed all the rain. And let's hope it stays that way. Still plenty of cloud about. The track officially rated as good, but we'll hear more on that soon. Now, hello, Richard. Good morning.
Graham.
How are you, mate?
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I live up the north of Sydney now, and we had a lot of rain last night, but as the further you drive towards Randwick, the better it gets.
Yep, and as I said, the track is good. I was surprised to hear that. We'll hear more from Norm James in just a few moments' time. We'll check all that out for you very shortly. But it's amazing when you think of all the rain that has been around Sydney, the track is good. So that's good news. Let's hope it stays that way. All right, ready to bounce out of the barriers, so to speak. Here's John Tapp, and he's standing by with...
Some 45,000 people expected at Oakbank for the annual pilgrimage. It's a cliche, but it's so apt. Euclid goes in. Now, what a mess to come up. City of Gold is ready. 13 hurdles, the first division of the Dixon's Limited Share Brokers Restricted Hurdle. A very inexperienced field. And they're set to go. Ready to run. Set, and they're off and racing, and Euclid was away well out wide, showing early speed Karrakatta as they measure up to the first, and they get across there in front of...
Well, folks, something has gone amiss there on track, I would say, because we've lost vision. We've also lost audio. So I would suggest, to not knowing what's happened, they've had a blackout there.
Well, someone hasn't paid the power bill.
Yeah. So we're trying to get him on the mobile, but there's no audio coming out there as well. So apologies, we can't get audio, we can't get on radio audio or anything. So we'll just have to wait and see what's happened there.
We're back in the mounting yard here at Randwick, where moon flutes is at $7.50. Pirouettes, I quite like pirouettes here. I think at $11 represents some value. I'm going to have something each way there. I've been racing in much better company, Graham, pirouettes. Honey Rider there also at $11. Factional firming into $5.40, opened at $6.30. Anytime Angel at $18 and $2.80 Republic Lass.
Now, I believe we have Hilton on the mobile phone.
Again, a power failure here at Oakbank as they go out of the straight, which means you won't be able to hear Ron Paps on the hill, but... I'll keep calling from this side of the track if need be as they go past the mile, and the Pilot taking it up now in the pink cap is What a Mess by a length. In second place came Family Favourite, and third on the inside was Karrakatta, being followed by City of Gold, and further back came Jester's Edge. Then Box to Blue, followed by Wilson Road, and wider out on the track starting its run now. Further back to Shoot Air, followed by Texan Trader as they are behind the hill now. And it's my belief that we've had a massive power failure, so you cannot hear Ron Paps on the hill, so I'll wait for them to come back into view on this side of the track now, and they are on the way home. They're back where they started from. And the Pilot now is Family Favourite, 3/4 of a length in front. In second place is What a Mess, and third on the outside, Box to Blue. Then came City of Gold, a half length further back. As they go along the back past Shillabeer Road was Yellow Limit, being followed next, wider out, coming into it, Wilson Road from Karrakatta. Shoot Air starts the run. Further back to Jester's Edge and tailing out Euclid, and even further away Texan Trader. They're on top of the hill. They've got one more to jump, and on that particular part of the track, 3 to go. And Box to Blue's moved up on the outside of Family Favourite to be a joint leader. 3/4 away, Shoot Air. He's a maiden after 29 runs. It's his 30th start. And believe it or not, he's put his head in front, Shoot Air. What a race to win if he can do it as they come around the turn. The rest headed up by Yellow Limit, and Wilson Road is still making ground. He's hit the front, Shoot Air. He's gone for home. He's too clear. He's shaken off Box to Blue. Wilson Road is a danger if there's any. Shoot Air. He goes over the second last. He's 2 in front of Wilson Road, who's chasing gamely. Then Box to Blue holding third. Shoot Air comes to the last. He's over it safely. Wilson Road's mowing him down. Shoot Air still 2, 3 in front. He's getting away, Shoot Air. He breaks through at Oakbank. Who would have thought? Shoot Air won by 4. Second, Wilson Road. 4 lengths away next, Box to Blue, followed in by Family Favourite, Yellow Limit. 15 lengths away further back, City of Gold from Jester's Edge, and then What a Mess, and tailed off Euclid and Texan Trader. And here's a riderless horse. Karrakatta has ditched the rider at the last. Adrian Garraway walking back to the mounting enclosure.
Patrick Kelly for Joe Lockyer, Shoot Air. I feel like jumping out of the chair and congratulating and cheering Hilton Donaldson. He called that on his mobile phone.
And he can't see the whole of the course at Oakbank.
No, that's
they need
right.
two callers to see. They go behind a hill to Hilton, and he's the second caller, Ron Paps, when the power went out, he couldn't do the call, so Hilton's had to add lib.
Grab on his mobile phone. Well done, Hilton. And let's hope they fix up that massive power failure that's happened over there. Righto, now let's take you back to the enclosure. Here's John Tapp.
Righto, Graham. 5 minutes to a start. Race 1 on the track, on their way to the barrier. Steve Engelbrett joins me now. Steve, you've got a quiet day with Anytime Angel, your only runner in this first race, paying $16.
That's lovely, John. She's an each-way chance. She's been working good, racing okay, and has improved quite a bit since last week. So
I saw her working to the line nicely behind 60 seconds last week.
yeah, she probably wouldn't beat 60 seconds, but she'd be good enough to win this anyway, or at least run a place anyway.
You've always had a quiet little rap on this filly.
She's been a little bit difficult in as far as she's a very hypey filly, but she's always shown a heap of potential, and she's really just starting to come right, I think.
All right, so for our punters around Australia at $16, a little something each way.
Yeah, you better have something each way on her.
Good luck, Steve. Get out of this wind. It's freezing.
Thanks, John.
Steve.
For Easter Cup Day at Caulfield, and they're set now for race 1. Tended with Royal Rule scrambles out of the way, and they look ready to go now. Set for race 1, 1,000 metres, all clear. Racing now. And Manee Lane was actually one of the first out from Harry McCleary. Cousy jumped reasonably, settling worse in midfield, and Karrakatta has got well back also. Troubled Man at the 800 sped to the lead, out by 2 lengths to Harry McCleary. They're followed in third placing then by Coulaton, and just behind those horses Manee Lane wide, 1.5 to Speech running 5th. They're followed by Intimidating over on the inside. Royal Rulers around it, 2 lengths to Cousy, a long way back, and so is Colours, and 2 lengths last Barrenjoey Sunrise. Troubled Man came round the turn by 2 lengths to Coulaton. Harry McCleary the inside. Manee Lane is next, and they're followed by Speech, and Intimidating making some ground on the inside, followed by Cousy. But Troubled Man at the 150 led by 3 lengths to Harry McCleary. Then Manee Lane, and Tricolours making ground, followed by Intimidating, but Troubled Man is well clear. Tricolours making significant ground the outside, but Troubled Man has led all the way and won it easily. 3 lengths to Tricolours. Harry McCleary third, then came Royal Rule, followed by Manee Lane. Cousy never in the hunt today. Intimidating next on the inside, followed by Barrenjoey Sunrise. And towards the end is Speech, who's second last to go over the line, and last in was Coulaton. Troubled Man jumped in front and was never headed. Blinkers first time today, ridden by Luke Curry, and Troubled Man has cruised in to win the first on the program comfortably. Making a lot of ground into second placing, Tricolours number 7, and Harry McCleary will hold third. Numbers in the first event 10, 7 and 3. 10, 7, 3, and they've run 57.47. So any doubts about the condition of the track dispelled there. 57.47, and an all-the-way victory for Troubled Man. Well, the blinkers have done the trick there. He did well at Cranbourne at his debut performance, and then trialled, got the blinkers, and he's jumped and run, and been very impressive over the short course today. 10, 7 and 3. Cousy got well back in the field, had a little trouble getting a clear run at them, but nonetheless disappointing. Tricolours the one to jot down, I think, is a horse to follow, because he's made such significant ground in the run home. Now, Tate dividends, 5.30 and 1.70 for the winner, 2.62nd and 1.63rd. Quinella paid 28.40, the exacta 41.40, and the trifecta's returned $150 and 10 cents. 10, 7 and 3. Fourth in was number 11, Royal Rule, and fifth was number 5, Manee Lane, in 57.47. Okay, race 2 is the Bill Collins handicap. 2 of the greats of the courting game being honoured today, with the Burt Bryant handicap also later in the day. The Bill Collins race 2, Peter Merton's on number 4, Primary Vision, and a one-eyed blinker for number 5, Barmaid Rules, second from Caulfield at 12.50.
Righto, Greg, thank you. Ian Craig is our caller. This is the Adrian Knox Stakes, 2,000 metres, the distance of this.
Yeah, just behind the gates here. This is a very important part of the race for all horses behind the gates, because a horse can win or lose the race, as you know, behind the gates. If they play up behind the gates and start sweating up, they've run their race before they start. And this is an important Oaks lead-up. The Adrian Knox Stakes are a traditional lead-up to the AJC Oaks.
Interesting to see what the pace is like too.
Yeah, we're hoping he gets strong pace, gives everything its chance, and we're hoping that the track race as well too, which I'm sure it will.
Okay, we'll be taking you to Terry Bailey for race 1.
Caulfield goes in. Here's Duchess Talaria moving in. Republic Lass now going up. She's moved to gate number 4, the favourite. Moonflute has joined the line with Pirouettes. Pretty Woman to move in, and that will leave 3, Thunder Cup, Stablemate Honey Rider, and Pixies. So the last three about to move in. Group 3 level for the fillies, all important black type.
Carnival at Royal Randwick, and sun trying to peep through it shone just briefly about 15 minutes ago, and Republic Lass has been very heavily supported to take the first of the day. On the tote at the moment is down to $2.20, $2.20 and $1.40. It's been the medium of very big backing in the ring as well, and Glenn Boss of course riding Republic Lass, and Glenn won this race last year on Lady Mulan, who beat Calm Smeitzer, and Life is Beautiful. Crowd building very well as Honey Rider's jockey decides it's time to get out of the saddle, because Honey Rider was refusing to go in with him aboard, and I'm referring to Chris Muntz. Pixies in the familiar Bart Cummings colours, the green and gold diagonal stripes and white cap. Haven't they been carried to success in many a big race? Pixies, the horse in question, galloping with these aboard today. Talking about Pixies, she's in as Honey Rider settled without Chris Muntz, who's back aboard. And up goes Thundercup, who ran a very nice race at Warwick Farm at her most recent appearance. And they're all ready now for the first, the San Miguel Adrian Knox Stakes, 2,000 metres, and they're off and running this time. Thundercup a little slowly away with Duchess Talaria. Pirouette's one of the best to bounce. Honey Rider's up looking for the lead, and so's Pretty Woman and Caulfield, followed by Moon Flute. A length further back is Pixies, and then Thundercup making some ground from Republic Lass. A horse off the rails, and then comes Factional. Letitia getting back from Heads of Agreement. Anytime Angel next to last, and Absolute Duchess Talaria. The leader is Caulfield, working to the back of the course along to the 1500, a length and a half on Honey Rider. Pirouettes is third on the inside of Thundercup moving forward, then Pretty Woman. Pixies around Moon Flute, followed by Factional on the outside of Republic Lass, and then a gap Heads of Agreement. Length and a half further off in the field is Anytime Angel, next to last Letitia, and Absolute is Duchess Talaria. This is the order going to the 1200 marker, and the leader is Caulfield, about a length and a half clear on Honey Rider, followed by Pirouette's Pretty Woman. Out off the track is Thundercup, 2.5 then to Pixies, between Heads of Agreement wide and Moon Flute the inside. Republic Lass on the inside of Factional, coming onto the High Street side, and then Anytime Angel, followed by Duchess Talaria and Letitia. They work their way down to the 850, and Caulfield shows the way, a length Honey Rider. Pirouettes is third from Pretty Woman in the middle, and out off the track is Thundercup. 2.5 then coming Pixies, Moon Flute, Heads of Agreement. Republic Lass a little awkwardly placed inside Factional, and wider Anytime Angel. 2 to Duchess Talaria, and 3/4 to Letitia. 500 out as they come to the corner, and Clothilda leads the way. 3 parts of a length clear on Honey Rider as they set sail for the judge, and then comes Pretty Woman. Pirouette's locked away. Moon Flute trying to get into the clear. So too Republic Lass, and then Factional over the rise and down to the 250. And here is Moon Flute descending upon Clothilda and Honey Rider, but Republic Lass got the run and quickly went whoosh and put the issue beyond doubt. Factional to second, followed by Moon Flute, but Republic Lass well above average, and she'll bolt in. Republic Lass has won it effortlessly from Factional and Moon Flute, then Clothilda, followed by Pirouette's Honey Rider, Pretty Woman, Letitia, Anytime Angel, Duchess Talaria, Thundercup, Pixies and Absolute, Heads of Agreement. She's very, very good, this. Number 7, Republic Lass. Boy, when Glenn Boss got her into the open, didn't she sprint? Number 7, Republic Lass, has been able to score here, ridden by G-Boss for Dean Fleming, who bred the filly by Kenny Ladd from Swift Seasons, Guy Walter aboard, and she has got a very, very big future and landing an enormous betting plunge. Second will go to number 5, Factional, ridden by Corey Brown. She'll pay $2 neat. And third going to number 1, Moon Flute, ridden by Darren Beedman, and she'll pay $2.50. Republic Lass has notched up the hat trick now following wins at Hawkesbury and Canterbury. That Canterbury form looking solid, particularly with Republic Lass beating Ben Menang at the meeting on the 14th of March, and Ben Menang coming out and winning effortlessly on Thursday night. Now this time will be of interest. They didn't go all that brilliantly. 2:03.64 it is, 2:03.64. The race record 2:02.80 held by La Grisette, and we'll have the first 4 in a moment. And here's the fourth number, number 8 it is, and that is Clothilda. So it's 7, 5, 1 and 8 with Republic Lass, Glenn Boss first, number 5 Factional, C Brown second, number 1 Moon Flute, D Beedman third, and number 8 fourth. The Totes are $2.20 and $1.40, $2 and $2.50. The Quinella $5.70, Exacta $7.80, Trifecta $51.90, and the first four $194.60. Waiting on the margins to come to hand, but it was a convincing one in favour of Republic Lass.
Yes, it certainly was, Ian. What a tremendous Oaks trial.
Yeah, good Oaks trial. She's probably not really bred to run the Oaks distance. She's by Canny Lad. Canny Lad was a Golden Slipper winner himself and not really a stayer, but boy, the turn of foot at the 400 metres when Glenn Boss just pulled back on the throttle and said, let's go, she just let go and gave nothing else a chance. Very, very impressive. Go straight on to the Oaks now, I would think. Factional wasn't a bad run in second place, and of course Moonflute, we know is a classy filly, virtually struggled into third place.
Here's John Tabb with Guy Walter.
Thanks, Graham. Congratulations, Guy. She was very, very impressive. He had a few anxious moments in the run. She was tucked away there for a while.
Yeah, she was, John, but he rode her beautifully, and that's the way she's got a great turn of foot. And today was the biggest test, and she's come through with flying colours. Runs in the Oaks next Saturday, John.
Now, she's jumped out of the ground this time in, Guy. Was her form just a little hard to follow early last season?
Well, last season, because of the way the races fell, she won very impressively a restricted race, John, and she was thrown in the deep end then.
Yeah.
In races like the Furious Stakes and the T-Rose, level weights against Ha-Ha.
Yeah.
But she's benefited. She went back to Tyrrell Stud to the Fleming's property, had a good spell, and she's come back a much stronger filly, and I think the extra distance is really in her favour too, John.
And no doubts about 2,400 in the Oaks.
Well, not on today's run.
Well done, mate.
Thanks, John.
Congratulations. Guy Walter, who makes a habit of winning races at these big days at Randwick, Graham, draws first blood on Super Saturday, the $8 million race day, with a filly who's going to go a good bit further yet.
Certainly is, John. Yep, Republic Lass. Punters right on target there. 7-5-1, you've had approximate dividends for race 1, the Adrian Knox Stakes, and a Group 3 level as we head towards the Oaks.